Hi everyone, welcome to Spacy Masterclass tutorial. In this lecture, we are going to visualize dependency parsing. In last lecture, we saw how we can do parts of speech tagging, and at some extent, we also saw dependency parsing there. At that time, I told you that in the next lecture, I'll cover dependency parsing in the detail. The last time we took an example text data. Apple is looking at buying UK startup for $1 billion. And we saw that a dependency tagging was something like that. Let's go ahead and print this table once again. Now you see there, we don't have any explanation. But here I want to put explanation of these tagging. So what you can do here, you can do actually like, explanation, you can say that explain it, right? Explain tag, and after this tag I'm gonna just put here a new part which says that Spacy dot explain, and inside that I'm gonna say here token dot tag underscore, right? So this one is gonna explain this. In fact, I should be doing, this table should be first created. Thereafter, I should be doing this. And then I should be, printing this. So here you have got the explanation of these tag. This says that this one is a proper singular noun. The last time which I had shown you here, noun, a proper singular noun. And now you have it in this explain tag here itself, right? All these you can understand here. It has a symbol and currency. This one is the cardinal number, and here again this one is a cardinal number here. All right, so let's go ahead and understand this tagging and dependency, actually how the words are dependent to each other. So you need to first understand what are these dependency. Dependency parsing is the process of extracting the dependent words from these sentences. So here we have one root word. The root word is known as a head word. So root word is not the dependent on any other words. All right, so this one is the head word. You can say like if you search here dependency parsing and you go inside this image here, you will see some images like these. There you see a root is there. That means that is the head word. Some similar thing you will get here. So the head word are not dependent to anything, right? So there, let's say you have, so at the top you have a root word and then the rest of the other words. This is that how these words are the dependent there, here and there. All right, so that's what we are gonna visualize here. But first we need to import, a Displacy here. So Displacy, which is gonna display a Spacy dependency inside our notebook here. So I'm gonna do here from Spacy import Displacy, right? So Displacy is a tool inside Spacy which will be displaying the dependency something like this, right? So it will be showing us total graph of the dependency between the words here. All right, so it's very much simple. It's very much simple to display it here. You can simply write here Displacy dot render. If you are using a Jupyter notebook, you write here render. Otherwise, you should write here serve. That's mean if it is a proper Python code there. So Displacy dot render. Inside this, I'm gonna put that doc which we created in our last lecture. So there you have, this doc is here. Where is that? Yes. So this doc is here. We are gonna create. We are gonna pass that document here, doc object you can say, and the style which I'm gonna parse here. The style which I'm gonna display here, that is the dependency. That means that is the dep. Just run this. Once you run this, you get something like this. Maybe Well, this is not displaying it here. I may need to check this once again, how we can display this perhaps. Well, so this one is serving at this, since we are using here Colab notebook, so definitely we cannot do this. This should be render here itself. Just give me a second, I'll check it. Well, I think I need to pass here one more parameter which says that here I'm using a Jupyter notebook. There I should be saying that make it as a true. All right, excellent. Now here it says that I'm using a Jupyter notebook, and it has displayed our dependency in a very nice chart here. And again it is saying that this looking, now you see there, earlier we saw that this looking was a root word, right? Do you see that this looking was a root word? That's why everything it says that how the things are dependent with this root word. So this proper noun is completely dependent with this root word. This one completely says that, okay, this apple is looking for something which is dependent on a startup here. Do you see this one? So this word and this word, these are the most important words are here which we can say, and rest of other things are getting dependent on this particular number, the billion. All right, so this overall says that how important these words are here inside this. If you want to study this in a more deeper way, you can visit this particular link where you will find out these dependency parsing manual here. So it's a PDF. It has very detailed description of all these dependency parsing techniques here. It's a 28 pages document. If you are doing a research in machine learning, especially in the field of natural language processing, I would suggest you should go through with this document to have a deeper understanding of the dependencies here. All right, now let's go ahead and see what are the other options we can pass inside this Displacy so that we can render our this graph in a more better format. All right, so I'm going to put here like options. So the options are actually a dictionary here. Now we can pass here this dictionary, like I have here this compact. If I want to make this compact is equal to the true, then I should be doing like this. And apart from that, I should be also passing here this dictionary as the options is equal to options here. All right, just run this. Now you run this, you see there I said compact is true. That means this one is a compact representation of this document. Even you can set its overall overall width as well. That width you can pass here the parameter which is known as distance. So let's say if I'm gonna say here distance is 90, so it is now reduced to perhaps the 90%. If I say the 100, that's mean it will be utilizing almost the 100% area here, right? So perhaps this one is the better option to use here. You have more options, like you can change the background colors. You can also change these lines color. All these things you can change here. Let's say if I want to say that I want to keep background color here, that's the BG. So in the BG we need to give hexadecimal colors there. Let's say I say cyan hex color. What is cyan hex code? So cyan color hex code is like this, right? Do you see this? Cyan color is like this. All right, so I'm gonna just get this whole hex color from here. You can take any any color. I'm just gonna pass this. Now you see there, this one is there, cyan hex color. If I want to put here a more deeper color, I can give here perhaps a more, I can increase these values perhaps. All right, so it would be giving us a more deeper color here. All right, perfect. Maybe, you know, this was better option perhaps if we put something like this. No, just a second. Oops, nope. All right, perhaps this color is okay, seems like. All right, now let's go ahead and change the font color as well. You can choose, you know, any colors as per your choice here. Okay, so for a font color, I mean, for these forehead color, you can choose their color. You can also give the name, otherwise you can also give this hexadecimal value as well. Like, let's see, if I want to give the white color, you have to put all these values at 6F there. So you will be getting these as white color. But let's say if you want to make it as a gray color, you can simply put there D, like this something. All right, so although this one doesn't seem pretty much visible, so what I can see, I can do here dark color hex code, right? You just search it here, you will get some, not every dark, but maybe perhaps I would like to put this color or this color maybe. All right, so let's go ahead and choose this hex color from here, and then I'm going to put that hex color as the BG so that we get, you know, better contrast here. All right, so we have got here a better contrast. Now you can also change this font as well there. Like you can put here, you know, the font here, this font as I'm going to put here Source Sans Pro. So it's going to use Source Sans Pro font here. All right. So all these options you can try on with the dependency parsing. And if you want to have a deeper knowledge of dependency parsing, then I think you should visit this document. If you have not watched previous videos where I have covered introduction of Spacy, tokenization, parts of speech tagging, and the introduction of dependency parsing here, I think you should visit previous videos. The link of previous videos are given in the description. All right, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in next lecture.